Hey guys, you're watching Boondocking with Dennis. Put Rockport behind us, just going over the bridge in Corpus Christi. We're going to head west to the Mexican border. Does that give you any hint of where we're going? We're going to try to stay at Falcon State Park, do a little boondocking there, see what we can see, and check out the sights. Cameraman 55, roll my intro. Well, guys, I've cut through a bunch of towns that I've already taken you guys before. Robstown, Alice. Where else did we go? San Diego. But now we're just heading straight west to the border. And these towns are the... I don't want to be mean, I don't want to be mean. Time has passed them by. It's they're not in their glory years. Maybe one day they'll be back, but right now these towns are looking pretty rough that we passed through. Nothing against the people here. I'm sure the economy's not here. The jobs are gone. Maybe there was oil here and they moved on. I did see from kind of the little two-lane highway this gold dome over here, which is a church. Yeah. It's got a small college next to it. I believe this was Hebronville. My GPS doesn't work too good out here. I'm basically getting no signal most of this trip. I'm not a fan. Nothing against this one church here. I'm not a fan with the electronic signs in front of the churches here. I see those just about everywhere now. And they just don't do much for me. This was just a maintained historic site at some point. And you guys do know I like old buildings, rusty buildings, falling apart buildings. And I might have hit the jackpot right here. What is it? This town's so broke, duct tape can't fix it. Yep. This town's so poor, they can't even pay attention. And most of the people here still probably have more money than me. But we've seen a lot of that going through Texas, Like I said, some of these towns started 200 years ago and they were in their prime, and the reason for it being a major town kind of passed by. Still got the holiday, what do you call those things, people? Decorations? Yeah, I'm not on my A game today, guys. They still got the decorations up. A few of these little towns still had like the Christmas trees up and the lights were on. We always, and then we get a lot of this between those little towns. Wide open spaces. I will tell you on this trip, the dead deer are beating the dead wild hogs and the dead javelinas as far as roadside kills. But it's overcast. It's been misting all day. It's supposed to be like that for the rest of the day. So Falcon State Park. I keep wanting to say Falcon Lake, but it's Falcon State Park. Let's check the sign and make sure. We'll make it official. Falcon State Park. I was for primitive camping. You can't make a reservation here. You just show up. So there's the lake, guys. The Rio Grande runs through there. There's a dam that creates this little valley. And those hills in the distance were Mexico. I was kind of pissed off right here because all the signs say to fill out the forms and use the honor box. And I did all that, and then there's a ranger right at a window that, I don't know. I parked in front of it for 3 or 4 minutes and no one came out. So, I don't know. Let's move on. Move on to positive things, right? Stop being a little baby. Move on. So, Falcon State Park, Texas State Park. Overnight cost me $10. It would have been 15, but I had the Texas Park pass. I have to go pick out a site and then come tell them which site I want. So yeah, that's Mexico right there, guys. Right on the other side of the Rio Grande. And Mexico looks like Texas. There's Rusty 78609. His trike's not there, so he's out riding his he's out being trike man. So I'm just kind of checking out. These are the water and electric spots, which I don't need. There's a primitive camping circle. And, yeah. We are right on the Mexican border here. Just checking out the park. I think the boat ramp's down here. And, yeah, wow. I would say lake levels are low. This place has a ton of restrooms. What do we got? Crossing into Mexico could be dangerous. I bet you on the Mexican side it says crossing into the United States could be dangerous. There's good people everywhere. There's always a percentage of bad people. It doesn't matter what town you're in, what country you're in. Man, no wonder the boat ramp's closed. I think we're in a drought, guys. What do you think? Texas is in a drought. I bet you that takes away a lot of the people coming here. So these are the primitive campsites. You get little concrete pad with a roof on it. And there's trash. Like every site doesn't have a trash can, but they're up by the road. And there's water that you can get that's up by the road. I wouldn't drink it, but use it for washing and stuff. So I'm just checking out the sites, and all the ones I want are reserved. So it's been raining for days here, so the ground is wet and a little bit muddy in spots. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. When it's time for me, I'm gonna back right up to my pad, so when I sit on the tailgate, my feet are over the concrete, and that'll help keep a lot of the dirt out of the back. Yeah, all of these say reserved. I guess I'm the first line of defense if for anyone illegally crossing the border. Yeah, I'm going to take 55. I kind of like that one. I can't drive 55. The old Sammy Hagar song. Who was I just talking? Who was just making jokes? I think it was Jamie, right? Pretty sure it was Jamie. Yeah, we'll go 55. You can see my tire tracks. I've already driven by here and checked everything out. So this will be home sweet home for the next 24 hours. Great view. Now, the Rio Grande is just, I don't know. Right now, it's about a 50-yard river. But, like, this part here, there's a dam to our left. And that creates, this man-made lake. So it is wider here. Some of the narrower crossings that I passed driving here, man, it's just, this place is overrun with Border Patrol and state troopers and county sheriffs. I'll tell you what, though, honestly, I have I guess I would call it a bad feeling. I refer to it as my spidey sense. Were you ever just aware that, I don't know, I'm usually pretty good when my spidey sense goes off of get out of there. And right now my spidey sense is alerted, but it's not telling me to get out of here yet. It's making me aware that it might tell me to get out of here. That's the dam, and that's also a bridge that goes right into Mexico. You can drive a road right over the dam, take the dam road and go to dam Mexico, and then come back to the dam United States. So they don't want you crossing here. They want you to stay on this side. This is not a bad park. It's probably about 10% full right now. And there are a lot of dirt roads, unofficial roads, that'll go right down to the river. With them being wet and all, I'm not going to go down there, but I can see trucks, on the American side have gone down these dirt roads, and there's people down there fishing. So that's nice. Nice to know that the fishing's good here. The weather is still just kind of, This is about 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to go over and hang with Rusty. I'm sorry, this is about 3:30 in the afternoon. They do have some shelters here. You can rent shelters. You can go to the Texas State Park website or download the app. They're always good. Get some information, call up. I didn't rent a shelter, so I didn't ask about shelters. I don't use, electric hookups, so I just want a legal place to park. Not much wind, if any at all. I passed windmills that I could see in the distance, the big wind turbines and just small farm windmills, and they were not turning. So air is pretty much dead. I've seen a lot of birds, but not large groups, just a bird or two. I've seen a couple javelina. I saw a couple wild boar. Saw a bunny rabbit. And, of course, beer 30 is the most important beer 30 of the day. So you never want to skip a beer 30. And I got my one beer because I'm a madman. I'm going to go sit over at Rusty's site and see what wisdom I can get from him today. If you haven't checked out Rusty's channel, please do. Rusty78609. He's got a good channel and has sent a lot of people my way. So I'm sitting here with Rusty, guys, and we got a visitor. And that's a javelina. It's got a couple official names and a couple nasty names, but it's similar to a boar, but when you look at their snout, you can tell the difference, the size. This one doesn't speak Pig Latin. Told him he wasn't getting any beer and he left. So he went and got his bigger brother. Bigger brother will do a walk by in a second.
I'll have ramen in about 25 minutes.
But yeah, 4 to 5 is officially beer 30 if you ever visit Rusty. Don't show up at 5:01. We're getting a pretty neat sky. It's like the sky is open. It's sunny in Mexico and all the clouds are over here in Texas. Sorry, guys. This is a bumpy road. Yeah. Well, I'm back at my site. And we're probably about 20 minutes before sunset. And I did not eat today. I did not buy any food for this trip. I already have stuff from the last trip. So got some ramen. Got my bag of trash. Got my sunset. Just boil some ramen. I'll probably add some spices to it. I mean, as soon as it gets dark, I'm going to bed. There's a fire ban, but you can see I did back up right to the little concrete slab so I wouldn't have to step in any mud or anything like that. And it is nice to have this little table and a little shelter. If it is raining in the morning, I can come out without getting wet, backing up into this. And there are javelina in this brush right in front of my shelter. These birds have been coming and going. I think that's a cardinal, right, guys? It's hard to watch birds when you're colorblind. So I sped this up for you. I got my Jiffy Pop. I forgot I had this. I bought this like 3 weeks ago, and I just found it in the back of the truck. You carefully remove that paper top. Remember Jiffy Pop when you were a kid? You remember being a kid? You bunch of old farts. You guys are old my age. So I think this took about 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and I sped it up. Pretty impressive. This was actually fun. Like I didn't even care about eating it. I just wanted to make it. And I did make a rookie mistake on this. I guess I probably haven't made this in 50 years. Maybe 45 years. But I was thinking this whole top was filled with popcorn, by the way. Don't be dumb like I do here and touch it with your fingers. This is actually very hot. I should have kept going because there's a lot of kernels left. And that was just air, puffing it up. But the popcorn was really good. That was actually fun. I would get one of those and do it again. We got kind of a pinkish sunset. Everything's looking good. Say goodnight to Mexico, people. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. Road trip tomorrow.